Hey guys, it's Zeonic Blader, and welcome to another Bakugan Battle Planet Wave 3 unboxing. This time I'm going to be unboxing the DARKUS FANGZOR Ultra. Now, the cool thing about this guy is that it's a DARKUS Bakugan with a Magic Shield Core. And as you know, Mantinoid Ultra is also a DARKUS Bakugan that has a Magic Shield Core. However, it's really bad because of its stats and its evolution line. However, FANGZOR has a much better opening stat line than DARKUS Mantinoid, though we don't have any evolution cards for it. But anyways, enough of that. Let's open this guy up. Alright, and this is everything out of the box. And of course, what you get is the Bakugan, the two Bakukors that come with it, a checklist and instructions on how to close this guy up. However, this guy is really easy to close up, so you don't really need the instructions. Then you also have the how to play, the toy battling game, and of course the character card and the ability card. First of all, let's take a look at the two Bakukors that we get. Okay, now the light is back on. I don't know what just happened. I just had to tap on the light and it worked again. But anyways, we get one shield, one magic shield. The shield, we get a minus 200 B power. It's a solid trap Bakukor. I personally don't play trap Bakukors, but I know it's kind of annoying playing against them. So some people will be really into the trap Bakukors. So yeah, it's a solid one to use. Now for the magic shield, we get plus 550. Now this isn't the best magic shield Bakukor that you can get. There are certainly much better ones. However, it's still a solid Bakukor if you do not have any others. The one that comes with the Dragonoid Ultra is 650, so that's a 100 B power more than this guy over here. So what I recommend doing is just buying a few of those Dragonoid Ultra big card 3-packs. They each come with the 650 Bakukor and the 250 plus 3 damage one for the Fire Fist. Get yourselves a few of those and you're solid. Unfortunately, this one, I wouldn't really use it unless you had no other option. But yeah, that's kind of disappointing. But anyways, let's take a look at the cards that we get. Now, since I got this at Walmart, they do not give us the international version, they gave us the American version. So that means we only get one copy of the card, which, well, I mean, when you buy it from Toys R Us, you kind of get spoiled with that. But anyways, you get a 600 B power base and the 1 damage, but it has an innate Shadow Strike or Shadow Sneak, I'm not sure what that is, which is actually really good. That means you can't get affected by negative inducing effects. So if you land on a, let's say, a negative 200 Bakukor, you're safe from that, which is good. And but yeah, the damage, it leaves more to be desired. However, with it being 600, it's not bad. Hydrus Ultra, DARKUS Hydrus Ultra, is better in terms of raw stats. However, this does come with a magic shield, so kind of makes up for that. But at the end of the day, we need to know what this guy's evolution is. So before you can make any judgment on that, you gotta know. You gotta wait for the BR set to come in. And yes, this is a part of the Battle Brawlers line. So its evolutions its evolutions are of course a part of the Bakugan Revolution line. So that's not out yet. But anyways, then for the ability card we get Rite of Darkus. For a second I thought it was the hero card, which would have been actually really good. But anyways, for 5 energy, you can choose a player to discard a card for each DARKUS Bakugan in your team. It's okay. It's a bit cost heavy though. I'm not sure. Maybe a Ventus DARKUS deck would be able to make use of it, but it seems like since it's only per each DARKUS Bakugan in your team, you'd want to use this more on a full DARKUS deck. But yeah, it's a it is a rare. You don't get many rares in these single packs, which is good, and this is part of the Battle Brawler set as well. So the ability card is meh. But anyways, let's take a look at the Bakugan itself. Here we are, the magnificent DARKUS Fangzor. This is actually one of the... I was actually more excited to get Darkus Fangzor than I was to get Dragonoid Ultra. And that's because, I mean, just look at him. He's completely menacing. He looks like, it's kind of like Orochimaru from Naruto. Yeah, the dark purple, black, and green really creates this menacing kind of feel for the Bakugan, which is something that I kind of associate with Fangzor since it is a snake. Now, as for the articulation, of course you have the head, you have this tail which kind of folds in, this midsection over here as well as a bit articulated, and you have its claws. Its claws don't really move, they just stay in one place and everything just kind of folds together into this one section. It's kind of weird that a snake has claws. I'm not sure what that's on about, but as you can see, behind its head is where the B power is printed on, which is 600, which is actually above average for any Bakugan lineup. Now, this guy is a level 1 to put into the ball, and I have a Pyrus version of this guy anyways, so it should be really easy for me to put it into its ball form without having to... Yeah, there we go. Now this is it in its ball form. Now, it really looks menacing with its eyes. Well, not really eyes, but its camouflage eyes to take predators, to scare predators away. Like if Serpentines was coming to chomp on it, but then it sees the green eyes, it's going to run away for its parents. Well, but anyways, as for where the actual Bakucore lands on, it is, I believe, was it right in the middle over here? No. The Bakucore lines around, somewhere around over here. I'm trying to figure it out. Oh, this looks like over here. Yeah, there we go. Right on top of the head is where the Bakucore, where it snatches up the Bakucore. But anyways, let's have some rolling tests to see how well this Bakugan rolls and catches Bakukores. So, as it comes to holding up Bakukores, it is an Ultra Bakugan that has a flip kind of effect. So in that case, you do have to be careful. Since its magnet isn't as strong as, say, Garganoids or anything, there are instances where its flip would cause the Bakucore to fall off. However, it's pretty much an uncommon case, unlike Dragonoid, which it flicks off the Bakucore pretty much all the time. So in overall, it's pretty much a above average Bakugan when it comes to picking up the Bakucore. It also depends on how you roll it as well. Now, a problem that does occur is that, let me just close this guy real quickly. Now, because of the little nubs over here, it does affect how you roll the Bakugan. It makes it so you have to pretty much do it in one direction. You can't really, there's not really much margin for error. So if you mess up your roll, you kind of just slide off in a really bad direction just because of these little nubs over here. So you have to be really careful when rolling the Bakugan. So you have to make sure, if you have this guy on your team, you've got to practice its rolling and make sure you're not doing any weird angles, because those little angles can mess up the roll completely and get you off course and not pick up a Bakucore at all. But anyways, to conclude, do you want to buy this Bakugan? That is the most important question at the end of the day. Well, first things first, its Bakukores are kind of subpar. I mean, they're still solid Bakukores, however, you get much better variants of the same Bakukores in other sets. The Trap Bakucore, I mean, I personally don't play with Trap Bakukores, however, if you want to put in your deck, it's a solid choice. I'm not sure if there's any weaker or any stronger stronger trap Bakugors, but I know when it comes to shield Bakugors, the best ones are the ones that have these effects, where it's like, if you are a Pyrus or Darkus, or if you're a certain attribute and you land into this Bakugor, then you get the boost, while the other, if a Bakugan that is not the attribute listed above, you don't get the boost. And that is really cool, because you can have the same Bakugors fit your certain team. Like saying you're having a pure Darkus deck, then you can run this Bakugor, and then you can, if your opponent doesn't have any Darkus Bakugan in their team, you can just place these Bakugors in front of them, and then they'll just keep on popping open on these Bakugors and not being able to get any of the effects because they're not the same attribute listed into the Bakugor. But that's just my opinion. Now, the Rite of Darkus, that's the card that you get in this set. It's okay. It's a bit too cost heavy. 5 energy is like really late game unless you are Ventus. Though, then you can say, oh, you can put this into a Ventus Darkus deck. However, because the whole thing about this card is that it's based on how many Darkus Bakugan you want to put, it's based on how many Darkus Bakugan you have in your team to do the damage. You know, it won't be as good if you have Ventus Bakugan to hinder that. So, Rite of Darkus, I wouldn't play this in any kind of deck. It's really more like a... It sounds interesting, but at the end of the day, it's too expensive for what it is. Now, the base stats for this guy is actually pretty decent. It is 601. It's not as good as Hydrus Darkus Ultra, but I mean, like, it's like... Hydrus Darkus Ultra is like the strongest Bakugan. Like, one of the strongest Bakugan in the entire game, so it's hard to compete with that. However, it does have an innate Shadow Sneak, so that's really good for kind of being like a guy you don't have to worry about being nerfed, pretty much. But anyways, even though this Bakugan does not have a evolution yet, usually I say wait for the evolution before buying a Bakugan. However, because it is a Darkus Bakugan with a decent starting stats, it also has the Magic Shield, and the Magic Shield is like one of the best cores in the game. And say you want to do Chaos Nilius, you have Chaos Nilius Dragonoid Ultra, and then you need a third Bakugan that has a Magic Shield. You could go with Howlcore. He is a Magic Shield. However, DARKUS FANGZOR comes with the benefit of having Darkus cards as well, and Darkus cards, their sacrifice effect is really good, and they also have one of the best flip cards in the game as well. So, you should definitely pick this Bakugan up, and it's probably my favorite Bakugan amongst all of Wave 3. But anyways, this has been Zeonic Blader, and if you like this video, leave a like, or don't leave a like, I don't know, I'm not your boss. And if you want to watch more videos, I'm going to be uploading more. I upload every single day, so I haven't missed a day since December, and you can count on that. But anyways, this has been Zeonic Blader, and I will catch you on the flip side. Whew.